Hey, I thought it would be easier just to make you a video. It's not just a bunch of varieties. You should know what you're getting into before you purchase anything. So, a quick rundown. There are a few different types of coins. Um, Things like Bitcoin, Dash, Monero, Viacoin, one of the ones I suggested to you, and a lot of others. Um, those are monetary coins. So, those are for the use of money specifically, and it's a decentralized money, so something that the government can never get its hands on. The government can't start printing it. The amount of the coins to ever enter circulation is fixed, and the rate with which they are entered into circulation in terms of inflation is fixed. It can never change. It is a code. No one can change it because there are miners around the world essentially checking the validity of the database, essentially the ledger, but it's a database, so no one can change it. And if somebody does try to change it, it gets kicked out from all the other people verifying it with their wallets or their miners. That's one type. Second type that came was Ethereum, and a bunch of companies in 2017. Really, what the reason why that bubble happened, it was all because of Ethereum. It wasn't because of Bitcoin. It was because of Ethereum that brought it made the ability for other people to make cryptocurrency coins, and it just was like a poop catapult, it was just a poop bazooka. All these people started making coins on the Ethereum blockchain like that, and there was no working product, nothing. They just made a website, had fancy, we have partnerships, and they're still, 4 years later, they're still not doing anything. And people bought it, and a lot of them went up to $1 billion of investor money, which is insane. When Ford Motor Company only has $32 billion of market cap. And these projects with nothing, just a website, vaporware, had billions of dollars market cap. Insane. So in 2017, what was happening is a bunch of people saw people getting rich off of Ethereum, and they said, oh, I want to make an Ethereum killer. So they made platform coins and things like smart contracts that Ethereum invented, essentially. Well, guess what? Everybody talked about when they're making their cryptocurrency coin. Smart contracts. We have smart contracts. And then all these people don't even know what it is. Oh, smart contracts? I'm buying it. So that's what happens in cryptocurrency. One company is successful and a bunch copy, and really that's what happened with Bitcoin. So in 2013, it was all about Bitcoin killers. What's going to be the next Bitcoin? And then the next run was what's going to be the next Ethereum. So they all have their cycles and getting overhyped. This run, it's all about DeFi, so decentralized finance. So most of these DeFi coins that are skyrocketing, and you can make a lot of good money buying them and seeing it run through 50x. I mean, you could turn $1,000 into $50,000 literally in the matter of weeks, as long as you sell on the way up. Don't wait till it bursts. Set a goal for yourself and sell it at that point. But anyway, or it can go straight down. Your $1,000 can become 50 real fast. But it's a bull market. That's not going to happen quite yet. But Cardano, for example, it did lose 99.2% of its value last run, or last bear market, 2018, 99.2. Anyway, but now it's back up to 28 billion. What else? So these DeFi coins, I'm not participating in them because they're skyrocketing too fast. And if I wish I would have gotten into one, because they're all skyrocketing. It might not be too late. They might go another 10, 20x, but their market cap is so high that the potential to see 30 and 40 and 50x beyond this point is pretty low, because a market cap can only go so high before it implodes. Because people say, oh, wait, there is $30 billion of investor money here and it doesn't have a product. I'm selling. This is stupid. And then it crashes 99.2% like Cardano did. And Cardano will crash again 99%. I almost guarantee it. By whatever year stuff crashes, maybe 2025. Anyway, and then so right now it's DeFi. What I think will be the next big run is privacy coins like Monero. So I've stocked up big time on Deep Onion. Bitcoin Cash actually would be a good one to stock up on, because they have the technology ready and they're just waiting to implement it when the time is right during the bear market or the bull market, so it skyrockets the price. They're just waiting to make it news during a bull market. And Bitcoin Cash is fast. It's probably not a bad bet. But anyway, so I think if I had to guess, like what the next Ethereum killer or DeFi coin will be, or whatever the idea next will be. I think governments are going to start cracking down on stuff after this next run, especially when Bitcoin hits 250,000 or 200,000, 180,000 somewhere, wherever it hits this run. And I think that's what's going to drive the stuff like Monero. And the reason I chose Deep Onion is because it solves problems no other privacy coin does. It's fast. It's smoking fast. It's like 10-second, 15 or 20-second transaction time or faster. And it's very cheap to send. And Monero is very expensive to send, and it takes like an hour. Bitcoin can take a day, but it usually only takes an hour or 30 minutes. Because there's the pipeline gets congested, and there's no other privacy coin like that. So right now the market cap of Deep Onion is like 4 million or something like that. So if it got to the size of Cardano, okay, 4 million up to 28 billion, think about how many X that is. All right, to 4 billion is 1,000X, right? So then you have like 7 more. 7,000X, not percent X. That would be like 700,000% or something. If it ever got that big, which I don't know if it ever will, but if it got to 4 billion, that's 1,000X. I mean, $1,000 turns into $1 million if you sell on the way up around that point. And I think that has the best chance to do it. So that's why small market caps are the way to go. And when you sell, you wait for everything to crash. You can buy more Bitcoin because of it. That's essentially what I'm trying to do. And why I'm not going to hold those damn coins. I'm going to sell them when stuff starts hitting the news and these newbies start with $3,000 start buying crap. They don't know what they're buying. I'm going to be selling it to them, which is exactly what happened to me in 2017. And I lost a great deal of money. But I didn't sell most of it, so it's all coming back up. So technically I just had to wait 4 years to get my money back. And I've been shipping in throughout all 2018, 2019. So I'm actually way up now. But anyway, so that is my rundown. So there are different types of coins, and most don't have a working product. Stuff like BAT is a web browser that changes the way advertisements work, and a million people are already using it. It's a great browser. It's a real product. That's why I said it's not overvalued. But you gotta know what type of genre the coin is and what it's trying to do, what problem it's trying to solve, and how saturated that market is and how hyped that market is. So the whole Ethereum killer was way hyped in 2017, and then when brand new projects, had their IPO or ICO, it just invented. They just said, this is worth $1 billion already, and we're selling these coins for this amount. Like, no, your company's not worth $1 billion, and that's what they were starting stuff out at. And obviously they all crashed 99% because it clearly wasn't worth that much, and they went into a bear market. But that's what the hype does, man. It overvalues stuff grossly, and Cardano is the worst case of that. Don't buy that shit, and don't buy anything like it. Don't buy VeChain, even though if you bought VeChain now, you might make 10x, but that's peanuts compared to the small caps. So know what market cap means, because the USD value does not matter. It does not matter. Just because something is 3 cents doesn't mean it's cheap. It could be way overvalued with $30 billion of investor money, as long as it, and the way that happens is if it has a ton of coins in circulation, like Ripple. Ripple has something like 100 billion coins, right? But even though it has $25 billion of investor money, it looks like the price is 48 cents. And people say, oh, that's cheap. No, it's not. It's overvalued, because it's probably going to crash and burn, and it's probably going to be worth zero. Because the SEC is suing them, and I bet it's going to fail, although a lot of XRP people believe in it, and they think it's going to go up to $10, but whatever. But even if it did, that's not much ROI compared to all the other stuff, so there's no point in buying big cap coins. There's almost no point, besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are the two you would want to buy if you want to just buy and hold. So that's my rundown. Know what you're getting into, know the genre, know the market cap, ignore the USD price, know the market cap, and when you're trying to calculate, is this a good buy, figure out how big market caps get compared to Ford, compared to Amazon, and say, if it went up to that, how many X would that be? And if it's not very many X, you're like, oh crap, this isn't a good investment, right? So that's what you got to do. You got to look at the market cap, ignore the price. And the other thing with coin supply is if, let's say, there's only 100 million coins in circulation right now, but the max supply is 800 million, that means you're going to have 8 times inflation within a certain amount of time. And stuff like Viacoin, almost all the coins in existence ever are already in existence. Same with Bitcoin. There are only like 2.8 million more Bitcoin that'll ever come out, ever. And then there are 0 more. And most, like 10% are already lost. So you got to look at the inflation rate, which is current coin circulation or coins in circulation versus max max supply. I think it's max supply. And you got to look that info on CoinMarketCap. And those are the things to look at. So ignore USD value. Look at those 3 things I told you, and it should get you hopping. And all the exchanges have different stuff on them. KuCoin is really your best bet, man. It has a bunch of small cap coins, and it's pretty damn safe. It's very safe, but I would recommend getting your coins off any exchange. You can research how to do that. I just send them to a wallet that I download on my computer, and then I delete the wallet, so it's gone. But I save my private keys somewhere, so whenever I think it's time to sell, I just re-download the wallet, enter my private key. The blockchain has my coins on it. It pops right back up like in a bank account. And then I'll send them back to the exchange and sell them. And then I'll send them to Coinbase, I'll sell them into Bitcoin. I'll buy Litecoin with that Bitcoin I just sold into with that whatever small coin that went 100x. I'll send Litecoin to Coinbase, and now Coinbase doesn't know how many x that went up. So for tax purposes, they can't really, it's honor system essentially. Especially if you move around in Monero first, then there's no way to track. Maybe you paid $100,000 in cryptocurrency, and now you're selling $100,000 worth. They don't know if you started out with $500 or not. So don't keep your coins on Coinbase. And then you sell that Litecoin for US dollars, and I would send it in Litecoin across exchanges because it's fast and it's cheap, or Bitcoin Cash. But I recommend Litecoin because the nomenclature or the ticker is the same, and the ticker is not the same for Bitcoin Cash across all the exchanges. It might be like BCHABC, or it just might be BCH, and if you send it to the wrong thing, you lose it essentially. So I would do Litecoin. It's fast and it's cheap. Gets there in about 12 minutes, and it costs like 5 cents to send. So and Bitcoin costs like $5 to send. Then it takes a day sometimes. So, but that stuff will be improving on Bitcoin. But anyway, so that's kind of the game plan that I have going on. That's kind of a crash course into cryptocurrency. Good luck.